Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the daily analysis, the daily forex market analysis. These are, a chapter that we do every day in terms of analyzing the trades that you can jump in today and be able to actually, capitalize and making money. So without actually wasting time, as what I do almost every time when I'm analyzing is to understand what exactly the market at a particular time it's actually, doing. So regarding today, we have to see the high impact volatility news. In terms of today, Wednesday, the biggest volatility news that I'm seeing is from Australian dollar. There's Australian CPI that actually already done. It was around on a Sydney session AMs. It was around, I think, 2:30 AM. Yeah. So later on today, I'm seeing a Bank of England governor speaking, which is also is going to drive instrument like a GBP. So we're going to look in terms of Australian dollar, and again we're going to look in terms of Great British pounds, and as well as we're going to look a little bit in terms of the US dollar. Because again, later on 8 p.m. today, there's a 10-year bond auction that is going to be released. The state's going to be released today. So yeah, man, without actually wasting more time, I have to jump into the markets. All right. So first of all, maybe we should start with an Australian dollar. I don't know, maybe we should do AUD USD. So right now I'm looking at AUD USD, Australian dollar versus United States dollar. Now we need to analyze this trade, and so that, we can jump in the market and try to make money today, brothers, today. All right. So first thing that I do, it's actually to remove the grids. These are things that you see on the four corners. They're called the grid. So I have to remove the grid. The reason why I'm removing the grid, I want my chart to be plain so that I can be able to actually, see what's going on in a trade. So if you look at it, put a little bit of zoom, and you can tell that it's actually on a bar chart. It's not on a candlestick chart. So I would like to put on a candlestick so that I can see the chart in a candlestick form, right? So there's a different types of forms. There's also a bar chart form, a candlestick form, and as well as a line chart form. So you can use a different based on actually, how you analyze your trades. So again, can zoom a little bit bigger. Okay, go back. Then another thing that I do mostly when I'm actually analyzing is go to a little bit of a bigger time frame. So there's a guy that, was looking at my video, and he says, no, man, you are analyzing at a bigger time frame. I'm the scalper. Can you be able to analyze, a trade with a very small time frame so that I can go in and scalp in and out, in the market? So, all right, no problem. Let's jump into the scalping analyzing in terms of the short trade. So I'm going to put my market actually on a 30 minutes. So you can be able to scalp in a 15 minutes, right? Put my market on a 30 minutes, again, identifying the highest position of the trades that has been going, identifying again the lowest position of the trade. That is my actually, the type of style that I trade, how I do it. Again, identify another highest where it couldn't, break through in terms of recent trade. So in terms of recent trade, you can see that the candlestick was trying to break, but it actually closed on an even, form another candlestick, trying to go all the way up, and right now it's actually dropping. So to a scalp, guys, this is where exactly the market is actually, going. It want to go to 0.66785. So for example, I shade on that. Let's see. Okay, maybe I can try to change the color. Is a different color. Danger. All right, here we go. So this is where exactly the market is trying to come. So, okay. The market is trying to come at this position. So if you go on a 15 minutes, you already see that you have an opportunity, the market to drop because of, when you look at the 30 minutes, look where it touches. The market touches at this position. Again, it comes to touch at this position. This was 8th of Jan yesterday, and today 9th of Jan, it touches, yesterday on 9th of Jan, it touches at this position. Day before yesterday, right? Trying to form a double bottom, right? Trying to form a double bottom. Now, if it had to go all the way up, that would be complete double bottom, right? But now it fails to break at this position. That means this top, where it could have formed with this one as a double top, is no longer existing because of it didn't break as a double bottom to form an W, which is called a double bottom, which is also a sign of high impact volatility in terms of the bearishing of the movement of the trade. So now it didn't break at this zone. It's trying to come back and touch this zone. Once it touches this zone, then it can make a decision and go all the way up. So to guys who do a little bit of longer trade, you wait for the trade to come at this position, you open a trade, here's a new target as a buy. All right, let me see. So here's where you can take a buy target. This is where you can put your buy take profit, but you have to wait the market to come to this position so that you can be able to capitalize and have a long trade. The guys who are actually scalping, you can jump in immediately. You know, the market is going all the way down, pushes the price to here. Once it come here, you go with it all the way up. This is 5 minutes to those who trade with the 5 minutes, but normally I don't trade with a small time frame. I'm just doing it because of there's a gentleman who asks that I can be able to do small time frame analysis. So what it does is that it will come all the way, touch at this position, and then go all the way up, come back all the way, touch this position, breaks, come to touch at the red position, and now start going all the way up in terms of the position. So yeah, that's Australian dollar versus United States dollars. But to those who actually, do the long trade, as I said, you can wait your trade to come all the way, put it on a 15 minutes, wait the trade to go to 0.66770, and then enter your buy, or you can put a buy limit position here so that when the market touches at this position, it can hint your buy limit and go all the way, put this side as your take profit, right? So that's the Australian dollar versus United States dollar. You can capitalize here. There's a little bit of short trades of going on a bearish, but the higher possible movement that I'm actually looking up to, it's a bullish movement that goes all the way to upper level to 0.67303. So the anticipation, it's a bullish movement, but there is a short bearish movement inside the trades. Okay, so we jump into a next trade, which is GBP JPY. The reason why we are doing GBP JPY, we already understand that the Bank of England today, they are going to release, the governor is going to speak. So most of the time, when the governor of a bank of any bank is speaking, it actually, drive the volatility of the market. So why traders actually care about the Bank of England speaking? As a head of the central bank, which controls a short-term interest rate, he has more influence over the national currency value than any other person. A trader scrutinizes his public engagement as they are often used to drop a saboteur coup regarding the future monetary policy. So this is all regarding the future monetary policy. But what is most important is to look at, I think maybe we should look at GBPUSD. Because if we talk about the future monetary policy, the biggest is a pound versus a dollar, right? A pound versus a dollar. So let's just quickly look about the pound versus a dollar, how it's looking at. Right now, it's sitting at $1.27, 0.99, fluctuating from there. All right. So first of all, as I always say, I go to a bigger time frame, which is a 4-hour time frame. Again, I have to indicate the highest of my trades. Here is the recent highest of my trades. Because of these touches, here it touches, here again it touches. 3 points that actually touches at this level. I'm not considering this and these as well, because this is called the forced breakout. So it break out, but it didn't continue, it come back. But this is most hottest zone to actually identify. Second of all, identify the lowest position. But inside there, I can also identify where the market has been spending a little bit of time. You can see here, the market has spent a little bit of time. Here again, the market has spent a little bit of time. This again, there's a couple of candlesticks, you know, opening at the same position. So these are also most important positions, okay? So right, to those who actually do the long trade, we can already see that on a 1-hour time frame, it shows you the gap that the markets, I think it was last week on the 5th, where there was NFP, it actually gapped, goes all the way up. Now the rules of the gap, when the market gapped, we are expecting the market to come back to that position to recover, right? Now, if we study the market, we can see it did recover. It did comes all the way and close the gap, but it couldn't continue with the trend to go all the way up, all the way down. So it carry on, continue pushing the price to upper level, to a bullish movement. But again, it's been touching at this position at 1.27584 for a couple of some time. That is why we're seeing the reversal. We can even study the candlestick inside. These are reversal candlestick trying to, you know, push the price, trying to indicate that the price movement has changed. Instead of going on a bullish, now it's going on a bearish. But if you look at it, where again, here's again the confirmation candlesticks that tells you that again, the bearish short movement has actually ended. So I'm anticipating the GBPUSD to actually have a buy today to this level, right? Okay. Okay, this is a big buy that I'm actually anticipating that the GBPUSD should be able to do, to go all the way up. You can actually, you know, anticipating and enter the market now and buy. You know, you never know, might actually make some good profit. But this is where I'm thinking the take profit of this trade it will be, right? After hitting at this trade. Now, the tricky part is that I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get to this level, whether before 12 o'clock, midday today, or whether all the way up to New York session open, right? But the big one that I'm anticipating is tomorrow, because of this consumer price index from United States. So I'm actually thinking that the dollar is going to now start strengthening from tomorrow, where there is CPI, right? Immediately when the dollar starts strengthening, this is what I'm actually anticipating the market to come all the way. So you can get your buy, but once you get to 1.27584, if it is the end of today, then that's the analysis 100% correct. That is going to start dropping all the way to this position. So yeah, man, that's what I'm actually, you know, let's see if I cannot put a text level. So from here, buy position. Can I? Okay. Okay. So I'm saying the market from here is giving you a buy position, right? But the market from this side, this is TP for buy and TP for buy position. Wait. This is TP for buy position. And then, as I said, that once the market get to this level, anticipate the sell position again, right? Anticipate that sell begins. What now? Okay. Right. Okay. I don't know if people you're gonna understand what I'm trying to do here. Okay. I'll explain when I'm done. All right. This is the sell TP. So what I'm saying is that this is the level for buy position. At this position, I'm thinking the market is going to go all the way up. And this is now the take profit for a buy position that we enter, right? Once the market get to this level, if it doesn't break, go all the way up, understand that now it has start of the sell position. So now you enter the sell position at this level. You don't put in this middle as your take profit, right? You put the take profit all the way down to 1.26252. So that's what I'm actually anticipating in terms of the GBPUSD. It might push the price all the way up a little bit, but if it takes the whole day until maybe tomorrow, the consumer price index, the dollar is going to be strengthened, the consumer price because of consumer price index, and now we're going to start seeing the price, the GBP, Great British Pounds, to drop all the way to 1.26252. So yeah, man, very, very interesting analysis there. I can take advantage and enter the market. Two signals that I just throw at that particular, at a single one trade. So looking at NASDAQ, we saw NASDAQ all the way going all the way up. I had a buy. I had actually a sell. It drops all the way. I couldn't, because I was sleeping, I couldn't close the trade. So I left it. When I wake up in the morning, I'm on a loss. So again, that's another lesson that you should always know, that this thing does happen. You can sometimes get knocked out, sleep, and then, without actually seeing where exactly the market has been gone, and to close your profit. So always try to close the profit before you actually, sleep on the day, so that to avoid things like what I'm actually, facing at the moment. But all right, no worries. In terms of the NASDAQ, it goes all the way up. Again, it tried to come back yesterday, break to this position. This is a bigger position that I'm still anticipating the market to come at here at 16,252. So now I'm thinking that it will drop again to 16,500. If you are in a NASDAQ, again, it's another bearish movement, drop to 16,500. Wait for it. If it will break, let me give you the breaking zone. Okay. If it breaks, monitor these positions, right? Monitor this area. Once the market comes all the way, break at 16,504 and get to here, enter another sell. Know that the market is going all the way to 16,174. 16,174. When it comes to gold, looking at gold, again, we should understand that gold is a safe haven for a lot of people that are actually use a dollar, to trade, whether a bigger trades, whether intercontinental trades where they're exchanging goods and services, they actually use, whether it's gold or a dollar, right? We can even go back in terms of the history, why they've been using the gold and changing the gold to dollarization. And then now people use gold as a safe haven. When we say safe haven, it means once the dollar is not, gaining power, gaining momentum, a lot of people, they start now putting their money in gold, starting investing in gold. So as I always do, again, Dollar, it's a safe haven. I mean, gold, it's a safe haven for a lot of people, as I said. But in terms of technical analysis, same thing, identifies the positions of the highs and the lows. But when you are doing the gold, again, understand the dollar index, where the dollar index is sitting at now, sitting at 101.938, right? So the dollar index is an instrument that measure, the strength of the dollar or the weakness of the dollar, right? So if you see the index is not gaining, that means people that are taking their money, they're putting in on gold. But in terms of technical analysis, the way I'm seeing here on gold, I think it's going to be a roller coaster until consumer price index actually happen, right? So I'm thinking it's going to drop a little bit, come to 2024, which is gold has been doing really some amazing stuff, come around, maybe it can push to 2019, So this is again another TP that I'm anticipating for today, gold to push all the way to 2019. From there, maybe it will be the following day, which is tomorrow, and we are anticipating to see the CPI news, the release of the CPI news, Consumer Price Index. If it is positive, that actually means, translate that, the dollar is going to continue, gaining power. The safe haven, it's now going to start to lose power. But right now, you can see, you can enter gold with the short trades, which is a bearish movement, and actually start, making something. So yeah, man, keep watching the daily trade analysis, the daily forex trade analysis. But don't forget, man, share with your guys. This is very nice to actually share with people. They can learn through by just listening to these videos. And I'm demonstrating they can be able, bit by bit, practicing on their own, and eventually be able to trade on their own. A lot of people, they think trading is something magical, it's something, but it's a scam. But no, it's just understanding this chart, how you can analyze it based on a technical analysis, and as well touching on the fundamental events that are actually happening, right? So man, keep subscribing, share the video, tell the other guys to subscribe, because I think it's really very important, content that I'm actually putting in these videos. Thank you very much, man. Keep watching.